Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab in the wee hours in the morning. And yeah, I'm in the book. I'm about to rip you Greeks a new one. Greek means white. Egyptian and Kemet means black. Let's get to that point right now. So when you hear me saying Greek, we're talking about the other colored people. So the lesson today is I'm going to show you how they have nothing. They didn't create nothing. They didn't invent nothing. They stole everything. They're the original thieves. Let's go. I got a problem with that. So let me address that issue. I'm going to get my rant on, but it's going to be in a lesson form. How about that? All truth. I got nothing but receipts. So you know I'm coming. Let's go. That is a 25 rule to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? Well, when I get through, that's what I do. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, appreciate you too. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya, be true. We back in stolen legacy. What that means is somebody stole our rights. Okay, we are the original educators. We are the original civilization starters. But the Greeks want that title. Sound familiar? Always wanting something that you didn't earn, don't make it yours. So taking it a hook or crook, still don't make it yours. Let's talk about these. This is part two from Stolen Legacy. We talked about how Professor James stated that all of these teachings were simply modifications of the mystery system out of Kemet. The core curriculum was taught in the temples at Kemet, right there. What he's trying to explain to you is everything that the Greeks professed or claimed. I just wrote you some of the philosophers. I got some more for you. And everything that they taught, expound on, came from us. I know that now. I wouldn't have known that. Well, first of all, I learned Greek mythology. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Oh, I was all in. Didn't care about white. Didn't see color back then. No, I'm excited about what? Being able to use this thing here. And it worked like a charm. So I was a thinker a long time ago. Thanks to them. Okay, yeah, that was the guy, the thinker. So I respect. That's all I knew. That's all the information I got. And I was just, again, I engulfed myself in Greek mythology. Boom, boom, boom. I'm a nigga in the hood thinking I'm goddamn Socrates and Plato. Okay, so that's where I was at back then with that knowledge and respectful. It was good. Why? It did good by me. But when I went to Egypt, about 20 years later, these, hold up. I know all of this. Everything changed is the damn people names and the color. And Greeks changed everybody's name. So I get a little excited about that. But that's where we at right now. And I learned that this person right here, I'm giving, this ain't a lesson. This is real stuff. I know Greek mythology. First thing I learned. Thinking was my thing. Still is. But they helped me get started. I give them credit for that. But now I'm pissed off in a while. The nonviolent philosophy that's all over the world to this day right now was taught as a belief in what? Immortality, that thing up there, God. of the soul, the spirit. I just gave away into the heart concept. We've been doing that since forever. We had the concept of the heart is where God dwells. The truth is in the heart. They professed that. They knew that. And anybody came in contact with us learned that philosophy. And watch this. All your Greek philosophy is based on the same thing. Watch this. And we claim in our story, the relationship of the Supreme Creator presents in a belief in what? The Enoch, the 9 gods. We told you about that, the 4 pairs in the God that made 9 of a family of 9 Netcharu, which were created by the Supreme Netcher, the one. The root with the U on it means plural, more than one. Netcher means one. So we had that philosophy, and it worked like a charm for us for thousands of years. Before the Greeks were even in the picture, we was practicing that and living that at the highest level. And everybody said the same thing who came in contact with it. They were the smartest and most spiritual people they ever seen. We went from being the smartest and spiritual people, the dumbest and the ignorant, okay, less spiritual of all of us. We don't believe in God. We got no concept. We got ignorance running rampant. And lack of knowledge seems to be the order for the day for us. Why? We ain't learning a damn thing about us or ain't doing a damn thing better for us. We know the story. We know the problem. We ain't solved not now one of them yet. And lack of knowledge, 2,000 years, wholesale, we still had that problem. Mental slavery, ignorance, we still had that problem. White man controlling everything, we still got that problem. So yeah, I guess a little agitated. But this is the picture of these guys. All right. This here is Socrates, okay? This here is him and his student. I'm gonna talk about these guys, but and I can't knock them. Why? They took the knowledge to the next level. They presented it to the world. I ain't got a problem with that. They gave me what I got today to start with. I appreciate. I'm gonna give them credit for that. Remember, I ain't gonna take away nothing, but I give them credit because y'all got me thinking. You taught me how to think, and I respect that. But you just didn't, you know, where you got it from? You did that was never spoke of. That was never. It was just assumed that they created. Everybody just assumed that they was right. No. You do your homework. I didn't even do the homework. I just went and started learning. I'm like, man, this stuff comes so easy to me. This Egyptian, I love that. Why? The questions all I had was answered. I don't got no. Well, I wonder. I got to believe it. Do I know that? I know what I know. I know what I need to know, and that's me. Sorry, I'm excited this morning. Calm down. Pump the brakes in my man. No, I'm going on there. You know how I do. I'm not slowing down. I'm not coming down. Let's go. I got a problem. I'm gonna let you know. The later Ionic school. Okay, this is the school that was made from the Greeks. This is they so smart. Before that, they were coming to Egypt. We talk about 530. Okay, from maybe 900 BCE. Before that, everybody came to Egypt to get what? Knowledge. So after everybody come and go home, they become famous. Every Greek philosopher, I'm going to put that down to you. Every one of these Greek philosophers got their knowledge from us. And not now one of them said it. Not a one. Not a one. That's my problem with that right there. My brother tell me, man, stop pushing the teachers. Why not? I'm telling you who taught me. I ain't just no, I ain't built for that. But some people egotistical want to be seen as no, I ain't got time for that. So I just tell the truth. Let the other shit fall where they may. But this is what they did. You got a Herculitus. He was born in 530. He died in 470. In his philosophy, that's why being a master of philosophy don't mean shit. Why? Everybody got one, so they master. So I don't want to. I'm a master of philosophy. Everybody got one. Here's his. Watch this. I'm gonna take you down a whole bunch of them. We all got one. And it believed that he thought that fire was the governing element in the universe. And he also taught a philosophy which stressed the union of opposites. When I hear opposites, union, that's my art. Whenever I hear balance, that's my art. I hear discovery, that's my art. So I'm listening, I'm hearing, and you ain't told me nothing I don't already know. So, you know everything. No, I know me. I know everything I need to know about me. And if I'm going to take information that pretended to me, I'm going to run it to my own fact check. I know I got my own. Okay, you don't fit the criteria, don't worry about it. Why? It don't make sense. I ain't worried about it. Moving on. The next guy, Anaxagoras, He was born in 500 BCE. Now, these are all your great Greek philosophers. Y'all don't know these, but I get to the ones you're going to know them in a minute. All right? But he was born in 500, died in 430. Taught that gnosis, okay, or the mind, is the primary force in the universe. All is mental, all is mind. Yeah. He also believed in the law of opposites. Again, back to my eye. Just like my man with Abbott Costello, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know third base. I'm gonna let you know where we at with this guy. This guy came out saying what? Mayat. Who? First base. Demetrius. Demetrius. He was born in 430, died in 316. He explained the properties of the atom. Atom, we got him covered too. Okay? And the drama of life and death. We got that too. Once again, Professor James proves his point, and he's about to get real good in a minute. Why? I'm going to go down a whole list of ones that y'all know about. Okay? In 1 second. But Professor James pinpoints the now valid origin of these thoughts by showing relationship between the union of opposites. I told you, I know just where he's going with that one. Okay, and that was the whole point. And remember, everybody said, no, they didn't, no, they didn't. Oh, yes, they did. Yes, they did. And it only takes a few good ones who are going to admit to that. A lot of them didn't. That's just hell-bent. That's just racism at its highest level. You refuse to give credit to the man because they're black. That's been y'all bugaboo since y'all come into this game. The African concepts of the male and female aspects of the natural, and the architectural representation for the same is expressed in what? The twin pillars. Dr. Ben said heaven is between what? The black woman's leg. When the man sit, I sit between two pillars right here. Okay? Boaz and Jacqueline. Okay? Wisdom and strength. We missing one. Beauty. That's the setup of the Masonic order. Lies. They stole it. Okay, I know I was a Masonic. I'm a Mason. I know that too. And I can present it a whole different way the way they present it. It's called esoteric knowledge. Symbolism. Understanding the signs that you're looking at and you can learn and use it. I've been doing it for years. We don't like esoteric knowledge. Right? It makes you think. So that means you got to really apply yourself. I know a lot of guys came into the Masonic order, ain't read a damn book, ain't read nothing, but get 3 degrees and swear they're Mason. Not on my watch. I hold you accountable to learn. One thing I said about the guys, the Masons from down south, they all study. They know the book. So they just run around shaking hands and giving signs. You can have a conversation with them. That's what I'm talking about. That's the difference. If you're traveling, man, you should be able to travel and have a goddamn conversation. Excuse me. But yeah, again, that's knowledge. Real recognize real. I'm a street dude. I'm an OG. Why? You can look at me and tell that. I ain't trying to hide it. It ain't a secret. You see a Jew. He wears yarmulke and his tassel. He ain't ashamed of wearing what his tradition is. I'm street. I wear sweatsuits. I don't wear suits. I'm not a suit dude. Never been, never will be. That don't give a damn. That don't make a difference to me. But I look at my old dudes, they stay suited and booted. I'm comfortable suited. I'm not comfortable suited. I'm ready when I got my sweatsuit on. I'm more prepared to do whatever I need to do. Where I come from, sometimes that means getting busy. So I'm in the gym and I wear my sweatsuit. Not wear sneakers. Don't wear shoes. Church shoes. I'm wearing shoes. I'm going to church or a funeral. Okay, or a wedding somewhere like that where I got to dress appropriate. Other than that, I'm to the point in my life now. I might not do that now. I don't give a damn. Simple as that. I'm at that point in my life. Yeah, it feels good. So yeah, I'm that dude. So when you got you together, you do anything you want. I'm not conforming. No, you want to buy me something? Buy me a sweatsuit. You want to buy me some sneakers? Buy me some books? Whatever. But I don't want and need for a whole lot of stuff. I'm real simple. I make it easy for myself. So ain't nobody got to take care of me. My mother said it best. Baby, I don't own nothing, but I don't owe nobody nothing either. Thanks, Ma. That just did it for me. All right. But back to the lessons that we taught out of Egypt. And everybody who came and learned it went back to their own place. Watch this. And sometimes it cost them their life. So you know that wasn't y'all original knowledge. So once again, he pinpoints the nonviolent organization, and everybody works with the union of opposites. The African concept of male and female, they stole that, the two pillars, the technu, okay? Y'all call them obelisks, okay? They represent the male penis, okay? Moving on, there's another lesson. But now in ancient temples, he always shows that the idea of what? Atom, was derived from the symbolic interpretation of Atum, which is the sun. That's what Akhenaten renamed the sun, Atum, which was described as the basic element of all life. In the noon, we got the story of creation. I know creation. There was nothing going on. A whole bunch of potential got come out of it, but until then, nothing was going on. Until what? He made the commandment, as y'all said, let there be light. If we just got darkness, there's no opposites. What's the opposite of dark? Dun, 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 dun. Now we got Maya. Now we can work. That's the creation. That's how it started. And to this day, we still got what? Light and dark. It's the end of the cycle. We call it life, but it's nature. God did it that way. It's reciprocity. One give, one receive. And when you do that, you can never lose. Why? It's constantly going. That's why the circle represents God. No beginning, no end. You don't see the circle begins or the end. That represents God. God represents what? He's everything and he's nothing. Well, how could that be? Understand paradox and concepts. That's why. If you can't concept the teachings, you in the wrong place. I ain't got time to help you with that. Go back to grammar school and get your lessons. Why? This is all understanding, comprehension of words and definition, and use them the way it's supposed to be. Moving on, sorry about that quick lesson. But again, he also showed how the Greeks idea was stolen from the Egyptians. They didn't make nothing new, okay? I just showed you the picture with the white guys. On the one side is a group of guys. We about to get down to the good stuff. Y'all heard of a guy called Socrates. Now, before I went to Egypt, I thought the world of Socrates. You couldn't tell nothing about Socrates. That guy right there, oh, he'll fight you for Socrates. You feel me? I felt about Socrates, well, not so much like I do my yacht, but it's in that vein. I thought he was the shit. Why? He died for his cause. Okay, he died for what he believed in, and I thought that was as a Mason. I love my grandmaster. Why? My life you can take, my integrity never. I ain't gonna punk up and bitch out because you gonna kill me. Do what you gotta do. That's part I like. Okay, that's to me. That's balls. Okay, if you gonna die, don't stand like a punk. Oh, please don't. And I'd had a gun to my head, didn't bitch up. I'd had guns to other people's head and watched them bitch up. Ain't no bitching in me. So if that's what you want out of me, just go ahead and take my life. Why? You ain't gonna get it. It ain't there. So do what you gotta do. Simple as that. That's standing on what y'all call it 10 toes down. Oh, that nonsense. Excuse me, not nonsense. If you feel that way about it, I got no problem with you at all. If you're a thug, you're a gangster, my gang member, you thug, okay, I ain't got a problem with that. That's your choice. That's what you do. I'm gonna leave you alone. Why? I ain't got time for that. But I understand, respect it. That's your thing. Teach is what I do. I feel adamant about that, the way everybody feels about whatever it is they do. Mm-hmm. That's my point. Let's go. But now, let's talk about the atheist school philosophy, which started by my dude. Socrates was born 469, died in 399. He espoused and he taught the philosophical datum of self-knowledge. I learned this a long time ago from him. Again, this is the guy who I got my knowledge of learning who I am from, right here. Not in Egypt, while I was a young kid, 17, 18 years old, in college. I'm all in. I'm just Greek mythology. My professor was the man. I'm a Greek. Just like I'm an Egyptian, I'm back then. I was a Greek. Now, y'all follow that nonsense with the fraternity. No, I wasn't out there. I was on the order just nonsense. I was a thinker. And I was all in. Moving on. Again, master. Man, know thyself. Take the man off. Who moniker you got? Know thyself. That's mine. Well, not mine, but I'm just saying, I took it and made it the mantra for what I'm producing. My whole philosophy, right thing philosophy, is based on what? Know thyself. Got a little big Greek in there. Yeah, I still got y'all stuff. I don't tell none of them stories. You very seldom hear me tell you a damn Greek story. I got a shitload of them. Don't waste my time on no more. Masonic story. Don't waste my time no more. Why? It's, to me, useless information. I give you useful information. A bunch of nonsense ain't gonna help you, so I don't even waste your time. All right? I call it the fluff. I don't do fluff. I'm a meat and potatoes man. I'm gonna give you something that you can sink your teeth into, get to understand, and manifest from it. He also echoed a belief in what the concept of what supreme good, son and bottom. I know all this stuff now. When I was getting it in dribbles from the Greeks, I didn't get it that thorough. I just was okay. I'm gonna think. I can. But the harmony, and he also taught the harmony of law of opposites. Again, Mayat and the salvation of the soul. Again, Mayat, past the scales of Mayat, your soul going into eternity. We had that concept, and everybody got the same thing. Y'all call it heaven. What's the difference? We call it the noon. Y'all, we call it the afterlife. Y'all call it hell. Again, you call it what you want. But the things you got to do, the things that get you there, that's all still the same thing. Do good deeds, you get good result. Bad stuff, you get punished. Ain't nothing changed. Moving on. So I'm just trying to get my point across now. I'm teaching now. Plato, another one. My favorites. 427, 349. Pretty much they is in the same era, right? They was competing. What's this? Now Plato was the master of many philosophies. See, he wore a few hats, okay? Like my man Imhotep, again, who they taught, who they learned from. They don't tell you that though. But watch this. In such the creation, Plato was a master of many philosophies, such as the creation. Why you got it from us? Noah's and the phenomenon of what? The universe, all being what? Mental. God is here. His manifestation is what we live in there. Understand that we're the dot in the circle. Everything in circles of God, and we are in the circle. The compass I'm trying to order teach you that little dot that make the circle circumference. You need a compass. You need a compass to make a circle. You can draw a circle, but a perfect circle you need a compass. Why? Because it's angled to 360 degrees. You know to go around. Perfect. On all sides, and you in the middle is the radius. You keep yourself in due bounds. That means keep yourself in God's hand. Adam and Eve went outside their due bounds and paid the price. God don't give a damn about what you thought, what you believe, or no. You do what I tell you to do. Anything outside that is on you, and you will be punished accordingly. Sound familiar? I ran my household like that. I raised my kids with that philosophy. Why? That's just it. I'm going to bless you. I'm going to punish you. Simple as that. Your choice. Your choice. Okay, you can make this as good as you want, or you make it as bad as you want, but it's your choice. Without Mayat, there is no choice. That's what we stand on, everybody. He gave us that. Right now, we have a choice because I'm giving you a difference in something else. My pastor told me, if I'm wrong about what I'm doing, which is religious, Christ concept, Christianity, I don't know nothing else. So I'm locked and loaded. I'm not deviating. No, why? If this is wrong, so be it. I feel the same way about my right thinking. Again, philosophically, if what I'm doing ain't right, okay, I can live with that. I know what I was doing then wasn't right. When I got locked up, I had to live with that. So it is what it is. Moving on. And if that's the way it is, I ain't got a problem with that. Give me the rules. If I'm gonna compete, let me know the boundaries, give me the rules, give me the layout, and let me do what I do. Okay, I can survive. Moving on. But Plato had that same concept. And another one right here, three guys, Aristotle. These are all your best Greek thinkers, philosophers. And every one of them had one thing in common. I'll get to that in a minute. Aristotle, from 384, there you go, he's behind them, appears as a multidisciplinarian. That would be me. Discipline is a must. Who excelled in all the previous stated philosophies, as well as matters dealing with what? Metaphysics, astronomy, and more important, spirituality. They all philosophy know that God is spirit and consciousness. To teach it, you got to break it down metaphorically, mythologically, allegorically, but to teach so they can get the understanding. That's what we do as a teacher. That's what I'm trying to do, to simplify it so that you can understand it, comprehend it, and use it. Professor James, I'm gonna get this last one in. I got a whole page. I'm gonna stop right there because I'm gonna see the clock. I got some more. Remember, this is our little series about teaching about the death of the Greeks from ancient Egypt. They've been doing it for a long time. That's my lesson I'm trying to get across. I'm gonna stop right now. I'll be right back in a minute. But in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I know that my right thinkers who understand it, stolen legacy, it's been thousands of years, and they still what got their hands in our pockets. Let's get them out. Get their hands out of our pockets by what? Getting knowledge of self. Do what they taught. They did it. They took our knowledge, flipped it, and gave it back to the world. And they thought the world of them guys. I know better now because I was one of them who was ignorant to anything other than what I learned from them. Now I learned from our ancestors. I'm good to go. I'm blowing their doors off. I'm out. Enjoy. I'll be right back though.